As I hate on Dawson Sniton. As I hate.
It's sad.
Umuntu Sniton ngiyamzonda. Hi guys, my name is Dinelle Makwesera and welcome back to another informative and entertaining episode of Vibes with D. To those who don't know, Vibes with D is a podcast that focuses on the youths, because as youths we are going through a lot, we are going through the most. You feel like you want to give up on life is just so overwhelming. Well, this is your space, this is your place. You get to say whatever that you feel like and no one is going to judge you guys. We're going through the same thing, so we cannot judge each other. I have a guest, an amazing guest as always. So I met this guy in a very funny way, weird way. But someone linked us up, and that someone is amazing from my POV. But let me formally introduce this guy. I wrote something down.
Let's hear it.
On the 17th of August 2025, he was one of the people that were elected to be part of the interim board member of the Zim Youth Awards. He is the director of Home of Arts Entertainment, also won an Arts and Culture Award from the Promised Land Awards. He has been on B Metro, Sunday News, Chronicle, and The Standard. I'm talking about the one and only, a guy that came up with an idea to start Praka. Guys, this is Happy Mpofu. This is Happy Mpofu.
What?
Finally, this is happening.
We should
Are you
toast
happy?
this one.
We should talk. I don't have anything in my car.
Man, toast on an empty, it's okay.
So we have been planning this for the longest time, and finally we are doing this. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Never. Don't know why
I don't know why, but you do this all the time though.
Yeah, I do this often, but you know, the certain scenarios will just be never affected. So,
Is it because I'm pretty?
Maybe.
What do you hate about interviews?
I hate being asked about my relationship status.
And you hate that. Is it because you cheat?
No, I don't cheat. It's because I now need to say whether I'm in a relationship and expose or I say I'm single and then people say, why are you single and all that. So
you're saying, Guti, no one really knows if you're taken or if you're single?
Yeah, no one knows. It's private to me. I'm joking. Some knows whether I'm taken.
I personally see you as one of the gatekeepers of Bulawayo Entertainment. We have Wuma or we are, because now you're part of the interim board Zim Youth Awards. Don't you think, Guti, you're one of those people? You are my dreams at Allah. Allah. Do you see it like that?
What is a gatekeeper?
So a gatekeeper is someone who has the keys to the gate, and in this case, it's entertainment fame. So you're the one that's standing at the door. Egutin umuntu abe famous or not? Would you consider yourself as that person?
Gatekeeper. I feel like I'll be putting myself in a bad way to say I'm now gatekeeping abantu to be successful in their endeavors and all that. But no, I'm not a gatekeeper. No, I'm not a gatekeeper.
But you have the power to win an award or not? Don't you think it's too much power?
I have that power, I understand. Now that I'll be sitting in a board where we were now like overviewing the whole insight of the art scene for the youth, Zimbabwe Arts Awards, like on its one. So, but then art, most people they don't understand the term art with how it is supposed to be like out there. Then they will be coming back and saying, we are gatekeeping and all that. But personally, I prefer clean art.
Okay.
I prefer art that is developmental, that is healing and all that. Looking that way in Zimbabwe on its own, we have a lot of critical issues that are happening around us. Talking about drug and substance abuse, we're talking about mental health issues, we're talking about unemployment, and majority of those young people that are venturing into art, they are finding it as a means of earning a decent income. But then if you bring in an art that is promoting SGPV, sexual gender-based violence, that is promoting mental health, then your art won't be recognized anyway, because it means when you are seeing those critical issues as something that is fun,
as a joke
and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've noticed that majority of young people, they don't have that information at the moment, and they don't know that there is a policy that is binding us not to create harmful content. And if we start creating harmful content, and us as awards organizers, we come and award that song that is promoting violence, then what does it portray to the motherboard, the National Art Council of Zimbabwe, that is overseeing the whole art scene? Like the people who are looking up to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, I get you. I get what you mean. So you're not a gatekeeper.
I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm strategic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your advice on people that have podcasts, that are artists, who would see, so that they can get nominated? What can you say to them? What's that one thing that you notice good ends abantu bengabi nominated or win? Because sometimes you can get nominated, uvote, but the honest truth, and we know it as well, after voting, abantu laba happy bahlala phansi. But no man, udinel akayenzi ngoba wayegqoka iminiskirt. So as someone that have been in that position where you discuss why someone shouldn't win an award, what's that advice ongayipha, an artist, podcaster, a singer would say, no guys, do not do this specifically?
Yeah, this one I think it yangena wonke umuntu oyi-content creator who's creating content, music and everything and all that. First, maybe address the issues of our podcasters. We are too much of our copycats. Majority of you maybe are inspired by the likes of the MacG, which is a cool podcast. Like some of us, personally, I'm a huge fan of MacG, but his strategy works for him in his country. Take note of that. It works for him in his country. Here we are in Zimbabwe, here we are in Bulawayo. You need to find your own strategy. What works for you? If you think bashing guests each and every time they are in your podcast works for you, do that. If you think like joking about issues like gender-based violence, pedophiling and all that works for you, do that. But consider the consequences. There are consequences.
Okay.
So you need to know what now when you submit your content, now at Praka we sensitize all the content to say this content, what does it address? There is content that is coming like as something just for fun, that like for us just to always get data and all that. There is no vulgar, there is no developmental. It's just being creative, just get data and all that. You can consider that content because agula anything offend abantu. Then agula content that is coming, someone is shooting maybe a short skit or it's a podcast, they are making fun of a young girl who's underage and they're commenting sexual about him. Maybe it comes as a comment, then at the end of it there is no solution on how to address that issue. You don't take that. Why?
You think Uguti, you are being too serious? This is the arts entertainment.
It's arts entertainment. Remember, art is powerful. Art, some of us use art as a creative tool for development.
Okay.
Us as artists, like, we have power to meaningfully influence, to meaningfully engage, to meaningfully advocate, to meaningfully do whatever that we do with our content. We make fun of a pedophiling on a short skit. Then you have influenced someone to do that thing again, another one to do it again, another one to do it again. Then it becomes a whole crisis.
Yeah.
You get it?
It becomes a trend.
Yeah, but so you need to know what art you want to very create art. You need to know what it can be a powerful tool to a certain something.
Okay.
That's why most encourage with people, they must use art as a creative tool to advocate for our issues like on mental health or drug and etc. etc. There's so many issues that are happening in our community that we can tackle using the art. Yeah, because like us as young people, I can't go just sit in a workshop and be taught about into the mental health. To me, look, again, strain a kind, I'm already overthinking a lot of issues. But if it comes as an entertainment, it becomes edutainment.
Okay.
Yeah, so as young people, we know what for someone to get my attention, bring in edutainment. I learn while I'm being entertained.
Okay.
So that's the art that we're pushing as homofarts, as prac. Or saying when we're saying we want clean content, we want edutainment content. We don't want art that is harassing the community, that can make someone think or else, that's it.
Right. You're so smart. How did you get into the entertainment industry? How old were you when you realized that, no man, I think this is what I want to do?
I was 21. 20.
Really?
Yeah, I was 10. That was in 2019 when I ventured into the industry. Yeah.
What made you want to be part of the arts industry? Because honestly speaking, this is not an easy industry considering our parents and things that we see around, our role models that are so broke. You can say, I'm Fungo Banjos, but who broke? And it's really hard to be motivated into being into this industry. So when we know, let me just do this. I got this.
Yeah. During the time 2019, 2020, I think that was more of a COVID era, whereby most of us had nothing to do, you know. So I was lucky enough to be part of a certain project that was happening in my community, and I'm that one type of a person who, when I see an opportunity, I grab it with both hands. So I showcased my skills during that project, and I was lucky enough to be recognized as one of the most active young person, and they would task me to do some things. Like, I remember I did 2 events in 2020, beginning of the year and mid-year, before I started a lot of things. So those events would require artists, to require this and that, and they'll just come and say, yeah, we just have this budget, get it done. And I'll start looking for people, start looking for all those resources that are needed, until after those events, more of our artists will come to me and say, when is your next event, when is your next project, and all that. I'm like, all right, so these people are now believing in me.
Yeah.
You know, so from there, then I opened homeofartsentertainment. By then it was Pumula Arts Entertainment.
Okay.
So during the COVID-19, we did our first show. It was virtual when we were celebrating International Youth Day. So I think from that show is the one that shaped the overall goal of what's happening now.
So when you were 20, you were done with A-level, O-level?
Yeah, I was done. I was just now trying to see where do I belong. It was still a self-discovered phase.
Okay.
To say, now I want to do this.
And then you realize that this is where your heart is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think people around me, and sometimes someone coming to you and say, I want you to shoot me a podcast. It means that someone is believing in you. Yeah. There is something that they see about you. So I'm getting that a lot from people say, on your next event, please include me. Until I found, all right, so let me just create something that will give them a platform. Yeah. So that's how Pumula Arts came. Then after our first event, we got a lot of people from outside Pumula, some from different cities, provinces, say, we're interested in your initiative. Why don't you expand? Why don't you rebrand? Then that's how we rebranded to homeofartsentertainment. Okay. So rebranding there, it was a way of saying, now we're not only focusing to Pumula and all that.
Now it's everyone else is included.
Yeah.
I understand that arts does not have money, which is true. Are you planning on doing this forever, or it's a hobby, or imali corner, we just don't know that it's there?
First thing, it's not a hobby. Art is not a hobby, because if we take it as a hobby, while there are some kids who are feeding their families using art, who are building empires using art. To me, art is not a hobby, something that I have passion in. And it's a lie to say art is no money. Art is money. You just need to know what to do, when and where, who to approach, and how we're approaching it. That's how.
I like how you said who to approach.
Who to approach.
Alright. So who are we supposed to approach?
The relevant people.
Which are the relevant people?
It depends on what you are doing.
Alright. I mean, I feel like I have so many artists that watch this. So I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to talk to?
As a podcast, you need to approach the corporate world with your objectives that are clear. Someone who are interlinking with your objectives, because you're saying addressing issues that are affecting young people. There are so many organizations that are probably programming towards issues affecting young people, issues to do with. You can approach an organization that is addressing mental health and say, today my episode is focusing on mental health. Support me with this and this.
Okay.
You know, give them a platform. You can approach a company that is selling. The problem with us young upcoming stars.
What?
The problem with us, some young upcoming stars. I learned this from a lot of people that I look up to. Patience, guys. Patience. Like trust me.
But you know what's happy? What if it's not patience, you're just wasting time?
What if you're not wasting your time? It will open one day. These are two critical questions
that
oppose each other.
Over patient for how long?
I mean, I've been into the art since 2020, like I said.
It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years. And I'm not where I want to be.
You'll never be satisfied, but at least somewhere.
I'm somewhere.
There's some artists.
It takes me patience because majority will think maybe I've made a lot of money. Trust me, I've done 5 editions of Prague, and with all the costs that will be happening, I'll only alright, we have made, cleared all the debts and all that. How much are we left with, guys? $30. How many are we? We are 11. Are we going to share $2 each? Yes, we're going. Are we going to invest that money? How? Yeah. Well, so inconsistency that we want this thing to happen. What if you're giving up, but you're almost on your breakthrough? Yeah, well. So the art needs consistency, it needs patience, it needs a focus. Like majority of us end up shifting focus, losing irrelevance. I always tell my peers to say, make sure that you stay relevant. The moment you go irrelevant, everyone is now confused. But to the sense of what's happening now. Because at the end of the day, Tina, we know what we want and we know how we're going to achieve what we want. But at the moment, we're still building up, we're still trying to, because we are living in a country, we are living in a community where they don't take art like how we're taking it. They view art from their own perspective, and there are no much resources that are put by the relevant authorities that are putting to say this year on our budget, starting maybe from the City Council to say, all right, we have an artist maybe let's budget 100,000 for art for the whole year, whereby youth-led organizations, artists, promoters can write proposals and request it as grant. But they are not. We have the government. They are also, the budgets are also limited. That are being dispersed. That are being budgeted for art. And so, which means we are having a huge problem that we need to address. And the issue, the main issue is resources. We don't have the right resources. We don't have the right people to advocate for us, to say, push.
But are you sure you're the one that's supposed to advocate for us? Don't you think you're the one?
Me, if I'm saying I'm the one, then I push it alone. Then advocates needs a lot of numbers.
No, Pelo, when I'm one, Ulama Praka, Ula Labo Bazio, you have artists. The people that you nominate to my Praka, they're also with you. So there's so many people.
There's so many people, but it comes a time like each and every year whereby Kuala budget consultations. that will be done to.
So when you're saying it's possible with some artists,
It's possible.
so what's stopping us then?
Information.
So people don't know.
People don't know.
How? You have a group, Mos.
You might have a group, but people don't know the importance of participating in those platforms, and they don't know how powerful those platforms are.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what I'm not blaming anyone because it's not a blame game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I feel like artists are not well informed when it comes to these issues. There is a need to find a way to gather our artists together. Forget about whoever is beefing it.
I mean, I personally think that artists are beefing. I don't know. I could be wrong. Chances are high that I'm wrong. But I know artists are beefing. Check out. There was a time, a week where I was checking YouTube, check out my artists by keeping goma, and I'm seeing go to my beef tracks. So you know what I mean. That
is our culture, especially if we hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop thing, you can beef and
still link up.
It stays good art.
Okay.
Like when we're going there, sometimes we need to go there as a united artist. Forget about the beef. The beef are just for entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hip hop culture, really. That's why you find go to but at the end of the day, you find them featuring together. That is meant to promote and push.
So you support beefs. You support controversy. Because beef is controversy.
It can depends with how if your corner is coming from which end.
Okay.
If mbona it's content after content, not to go to ban when I'm ngiyakufonela before la through voice note mina ngirecorda ingoma wena ubuloku ungidisa through ama voice note ema group scene, then I don't support that. But if mina before la create a song, I create a song, create a song, create a song, create a song, create a song.
That's controversy, so you support that.
Because we know what hip hop culture vele.
Kunjalo.
And when I think before la wena ngiyarelease ngihambe ethatha isikhathi sami ngihambe studio, then wena ungidise kuma voice note trend ama voice note yakhe i-trend ungidise, then it means uyadlala phela wena wakho serious, you are personally beefing with me. Yabo, but must beef ku art yabo.
Yeah,
that's cool because it's a way we know which is part of hip hop culture. Yabo.
Alright,
So take that and leave out that and focus on building and stop crying and say, yeah, there are more opportunities. Opportunities are there.
We just don't know that they're there.
We just don't know. We are not there to advocate. We should hold accountable those relevant stakeholders. If Lawa State Council should come and say, the budget now, and should stop using that budget for BAF only, because that budget is not only for BAF, because they don't give the platform to every artist who BAF.
Yeah, they
only
don't.
a certain artist that participate there.
Yeah.
But we need a yearly budget that is coming to say from January to December how to access that budget. It's either you apply or they do a call for proposal, you apply, then you get to say what alright, in this call first quarter call it was 500,000 and we're targeting to give 10 organizations that budget. It has to. That's how we can develop the industry.
Okay, but do you think we really need money from the council? Do you think Harare goes through that?
Bulawayo and Harare are two different cities.
Okay.
When it comes to their art, Bona, they have their own way where they rely on the art. They have biggest promoters there. Here we don't have much that can support us, and the only way we can rely is we're paying our rates to the city council.
Yeah, we are.
We're paying our rates to either we pay our taxi, which means Zimbabwe should disperse some of the our tax money to National Arts Council.
Okay.
And we should request that money from National Arts Council. That our rates that we're paying, we should request that money from Bulawayo State Council. We should request money from the Ministry of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture.
No,
because
we'll
it's our
try
money.
that. We'll try that.
Do you think they will woke up and say, we've created a budget sector, artist development?
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
No.
It won't if we don't go there and advocate.
Yeah, I
if
think
it means
I
we
get
have to write a petition and say, include this budget, and it gets signed by everyone. they can consider that because it shows that we're actioning something. But artists are focusing on trashing each other and beefing.
It's focused on beef. No, I really feel like you have a point. And I think if we have a platform where I'll check if maybe there is a group where artists La Power Corner, and then we just.
We have a lot of groups, artists.
I guess that's the other problem. One group I'm cool. Happy we admin, Lami Fuang admin, Happy Banks admin, Happy Gafuans admin. So I think the other problem is power. Everyone wants power. Power is like it's a stick.
Admin.
No, no, if you put it like that, it's great. But being in those kind of groups, admin, it means that you have much of a say. It's like you have this power. Yes, happy power.
Then which means we are stupid.
No, happy when I create if woman groups are choice. Admin, right? If it's that simple.
We have our group here, homeofartsentertainment. I think it is about more than 20 people who are admins.
No, because admin. And if you have watched this video till this part, admin, I'm adding you as well. You want to admin because admin it doesn't matter. Confirm.
Yeah, it doesn't bring anything. To just there to remove people who are being stupid in a group.
Thank you for coming. When are the pracaawards?
Pracaawards, they say they've been cancelled.
So the pracaawards have been cancelled. So now this is a 20 award.
Unfortunately, you can't go home and say you won an award. I'm joking, guys. I'm really joking. I'm sorry. This is a bad joke. This is a bad joke.
Okay.
So, yeah, good times to be alive now. When September to December.
Yeah, I know.
It's all about Praca. It's Praca season.
Yes.
We declare it as a season of Praca. It's Christmas in Pumula, you know. Everyone has to travel from Kumalo to Pumula.
To Pumula, Country Park to Pumula.
Yes. So this year we have scheduled a 3-day event with about 5 or if not 6 events in 3 days. So we're trying to address a lot of issues. That's why you see we have limited doing some of our events during the year.
Okay.
Because we have seen that some of the people won't be available. The availability of most people is in December. So we have our day one, which will be starting on the 18th of December. We have 3 events on the same day. First in the morning, we are going to have what we usually call a mental health awareness campaign, whereby we invite all the community members, we invite the relevant stakeholders. We just have some funny Zumba dance and funny games around color sprays and all that. Here we're just trying to freshen up, just forget about what's happening in your world, just it's for fun. Yeah, it's mental health awareness. Okay. And our second event of the day, on the same day, we have our road show. The road show we do it each and every year. We have seen it as a powerful tool because we have noticed that majority of the artists that we're working with that are in our communities, they are only known in our social media platforms by us as artists, of course. But we're trying to create a platform where they are known in their communities. Okay. So that roadshow is strategically programmed to say, if I'm from Pumula East, I will definitely perform in my shops at Pumula East.
But like, don't you think having the pracaawards be Pumula, it kind of limits us?
I'm coming there. I'm coming. So that roadshow, we're trying to say, when ungabilo makhelwane wakho ongakwazi ukuthi wena artist, ungadluli emagrosa every day,
ungabi hot efonini,
like emagrosa you are there, uyathenga utshwala, uyathenga grocery, uyathenga whatever that are buying, but they don't even know what you are hlabeni. Okay. They don't even have content. Imagine singing in shops every day, and in the music that is being played there is international, but artists to vote. So we're saying, if you are from Pumula East, we want you to perform they see you, they start supporting you, you invite them where they can access your music, how to access, you even get an opportunity to give the shopkeepers your music where they can play it. Yeah, so we do that roadshow around in Pumula, but this year we're trying to find a way with how best can we take it outside Pumula, the roadshow, covering the the nearest locations.
From Kulmani. So people from Kulmani.
So we're trying to
their
say
time
maybe
to
the likes
shine.
of Homeofartsentertainment and Kulmani, number 6 is something that my team is still trying to discuss because resources matter at the moment at the end of the day. So that will be our second day of the event, second event of the day. So then third event, we have our festival that will be happening in our youth center.
So you're saying Guti 3 days it's all about Prague.
It's all about Prague.
3 days ayenze enye into. Spizama Prague.
Spizama Prague. You see, you get it?
No, you're working. It means you're working.
Yeah. So the third event of the day, it will be our festival, which we are calling it Zimbabwe Key to the City Youth Art Festival. It's a sub-project under Prague in partnership with our partner Yellow World. So we mixed two festivals. It was Yellow World is Key to the City Youth Art Festival, we had Bulawa Youth Art Festival. So we mixed and turned it into Zimbabwe Key to the City Youth Art Festival. So the festival, it will be happening at Tisluane. So they will be our main stop after the road show. They were having arts and craft exhibitions. So that are doing paintings, that are doing craft work, those that are running small businesses will be welcome, like to exhibit their products, yes, showcase their products. We'll be inviting the relevant stakeholders, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwe Youth Council, the Ministry, the Bulawayo State Council, Zimura, Zico, Zimra, to come and give information.
Have they confirmed their availability?
We're still in engagement.
Okay, that would be great though.
Yes, because we want them to start offering Amayama services. For example, we can liaise with National Arts Council to come and say, those that want to renew our registration certificate, those that want to start the whole registration process, they can come. What we can do is to gather the information on what's needed. You have September, you have October, you have November, to gather all those information that is needed. You come on the day, you find them there, you kickstart the whole process. So that's the purpose of that festival. We're also inviting relevant stakeholders like the National AIDS Council, Active Youth Zimbabwe, organizations that are pushing development work, addressing issues to do with mental health, SGPV, etc., to come and also give out information to the young people how to access their services. So that might be needing e-counseling. We'll try to make sure that we have the therapy there. So that's the main purpose of that festival. It's all about legalizing your business, accessing some information, and we're going to be having performances also, and also we're going to have a bit of a tree planting on that day, so that we're also addressing issues to do with that climate change. Remember, also Prague is now added a component of climate change. We want to promote some green jobs, whereby we're saying trees in our youth center. And you know how deserted our youth centers are. So we're starting an initiative whereby we're just going to youth center, whereby partnering with those that are doing tree nursery. They supported trees, and we just go around in our youth centers, we plant those trees. So that will be basically how our day 1 looks like. Day 2 is going to be starting our red carpet mood, we'll be having our nominees and partners and stakeholders dinner. This one is a networking event. Like, what we want to push is collaboration strategies. We're not in charge. We just get there, we set everything there, our red carpet. If you want to bring your photographer, bring. Then we leave you with the relevant stakeholders in the industry, whether arts and community development. And remember, us, Prague are not only focusing on art, but we're also looking on issues to do with community development. So we want to create more collaborations amongst yourself. It can be artist to artist featuring. It can be an organization partnering with another organization to touch a certain issue. So that will be the main purpose. At the same time, we're going to be having a film screening on that day. So we're going to
watch a movie?
Yes. So some of the movies that will be submitted during the nomination process, they will be screened during that dinner. Then on day 3, that's our main award ceremony. So I was right, we have 5 events for 3 days. So,
no, you guys are working.
We're trying.
So if they can plan something like that, then you can do something with your music. At least now it's the music. I feel like sometimes it's people like you that motivate me to do good and focus. Because what do you mean 5 events?
I mean, upper we don't have resources, but we're going to make it happen. Trust me. So I'm not sure when this one is going to screen, but we're going to be taking in our submissions or our call for nominations.
You're already taking in now?
No, they are coming on the 15th September this month, September.
Okay.
Yes, so make sure that you upload the episode so that everyone gets to know. 15 to 22 October. So it's a month with a week.
Okay.
Imagine submitting. So if you miss out submitting, I don't know what you have since a full 1 month with a week.
A full 1 month.
I mean, and then you say, then you come on the 25th of October and say, if I want to submit. Guys, let's be serious. Like, I mean,
so Happy is a gatekeeper.
Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes artists, let's try to be professional. Like, no one will take us serious if so. And because if you come maybe probably 25, 30, already the panel of judges are already adjudicating, because at the end of October we're having the nominees released and you give people a breather.
Wait, so people don't vote?
The voting process starts mid-November.
So we really do vote?
Yes.
Oh, Ngama Awards now abo BET where you vote but they've already chosen their winner?
No, we haven't reached that stage. But
okay.
Yeah, we're saying people vote, but our voting goes like this. We have 50% from the voting process are online, then 50% from our adjudicators.
Okay.
Because we try to see which there will be a deserving winner, but with a lot of votes, but it doesn't balance there. So we're saying just balance it 50%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me. I told you that I was nervous, but I think with this information, guys.
No, you really gave us information. I feel like talking to you though. You give me information, and I like people that are helpful. I'm tired of lama potatoes.
Yeah.
And you're not a potato.
Got new categories.
Okay, give us the categories.
5 of them. 3 categories under content creation.
Okay.
To also recognize our content creators, guys. We are living in a scenario affected with mental health, with different issues. But the content creators, they are making us forget about
and laugh. We are making you laugh.
I mean,
we are working hard.
So we have those categories, content creation categories. There are about 3 categories under content creation and 2 categories under podcast. Then we have 2 categories under climate change, and then new 2 categories under sports.
Okay.
Yes, so we're trying to grow also, and we added 2 also under those that are outside Formula. But we have seen it happen that we are also, even during the previous one, we're including those that are outside Formula also into the Formula Awards. So we're trying also to be inclusive enough, because those 6 ones can't cover all those. So we're trying to see who to put there. And trust me, the panel of judges are really good with what they are. So see you in December.
Remember, thank you for watching. Yes, for us. I'll put down everything, even the numbers, in case you want to perform Guma Praka. You send him a message. If he doesn't respond, you call me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.